Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. Hope you're all doing as well as you can after we have just lost 3-1 against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. First of all, before we dive into any negatives, can we just say it feels good to be back? Like, we have some relevance in the football world. Genuine relevance. We are back where we belong. It's only been a couple of years, but I just feel like we've been starved of these big games to look forward to. Not that I didn't look forward to going to some of the other games in the Conference League. It was a great experience, but going to Bayern Munich, we've got Barcelona coming to the bridge. We might potentially have Mourinho coming back with Benfica as well. Like, can we just say it's good to be back? All right. Now, on to the game, on to Munich. Listen, lovely city, Munich, really like it. Best city I've been to in Germany, loved it. It was a good day out. It was a good day out, and we went into the Allianz feeling pretty confident. Most of the people I was speaking to, myself included, and I used that PSG game as the sort of benchmark, which I shouldn't do, but I did use it as the benchmark of what I expected us to do from a tactical perspective, exploiting spaces, overlapping with Gusto, which we did see. At times, we stopped overlapping him, which really annoyed me. I don't know why you would change something if it was working really well. It's not like he didn't do it at all in the second half, but it's just like, why are you keeping him further back and he's going in these tight spaces? Surprise, surprise, you concede that goal and people go, Gusto's crap. Hang on a second. What do you expect when you put him in that kind of position? It's like putting a horse on a field with grass. He's going to eat the grass. It's just, if you put it where there's concrete, then he won't have a chance. So that's the thing. With Gusto, you've got to facilitate his abilities. You have to facilitate his strengths. And we did that. And we got the first goal because of that. He was a key contributor for the Palmer goal. He got the assist. And that's what you like to see. Gusto at the other end of the pitch causes threats. Makes great runs. He is still one of my favourite players. I like Gusto. I'm a fan of him. I don't think he's a particularly technical player, but he doesn't need to be because his skills aren't in that position. So I do ask a little bit of a question about Maresca in terms of second half. Like, why was Gusto so deep in that second half or further into the midfield? It just felt to me like he was inverting more. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I wanted to see him a little bit wider. If you're out wide, you can see everything around you. It was a poor goal to concede. And the crazy thing is, guys, these are mistakes that actually, even though we single out Gusto today, there'll be another player next week, there'll be another player after that, and we will make the same mistakes. And we have made the same mistakes and not been punished for it. Now, Brentford was different. It was a set piece, but it was still mistakes, like lapses of concentration. This is not a lack of quality, guys. Players are able to pass the ball. They're pretty confident at doing it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be playing in front of 75,000 people in Germany. I mean, they're perfectly capable of doing it. But yeah, mistakes are going to happen. The question is, like, really, 3 mistakes? You look at the first goal, lapse of concentration, poor defending from all of them. I mean, it's just all of them. And then I look at the penalty, I'm like, really, Caicedo? But then, am I going to shit on that guy after how good he's been? Like, everyone's entitled to have a bad moment, and that's Caicedo's bad moment. Put it in the bin, forget about it, move on. And Gusto, like, we've already spoken about him. So then looking at the game, you say first half, second half, were we better, were we worse? First half, we were better. We were better. Tactically, we were better. We carried out the instructions that Maresca gave out. And it was intelligent, it was smart. We weren't just going forward without any intention. We had real character behind our attacks. And in that second half, we went from having a team with a bit of charisma, a bit of cojones, to just like nothing. Honestly, it was, I don't know. Maybe I've got to give Bayern some credit there as well, because obviously they tweak things. I found that we were getting a lot of line-breaking passes through. Tosin was getting the ball up. Like, we've spoken a lot about line-breaking passes since Colwell's not been in the team. And I felt like Tosin, he was doing them really well. But then in that second half, when João Pedro got the ball, when Palmer got the ball, whoever it was that received that pass, Bayern were just on them straight away. They made it really, really difficult for us. And you know, we had to make some changes. I thought Fernandes was a little bit mediocre today, if I'm totally honest. Like, it wasn't bad, but it's not a top quality Champions League performance. That's just not it. So it was nice to see Santos come on. I'd be intrigued to see if Santos gets some more minutes. He'll probably start against Lincoln. I can imagine Fernandes will be starting again alongside Caicedo against Manchester United. But starting Reece James in the midfield wasn't really an issue for me because it's worked in the past and it's worked at this level. So for me, it was like, oh, great, let's give it a go. And James actually was fine. He was great. Like, I don't have a problem with James today. He is proving that he can play in the midfield, and there's a certain type of game where James can be exploited in that position, and that obviously gives Gusto the opportunity to have minutes as well. But when you have stupid mistakes, like, we can talk all we want. It's like playing chess, and at the beginning of the match, you give away your queen. You're fucked. How are you going to compete with someone when you're giving away your best piece? And that's what we did, except we didn't make one mistake, we made three. So you pile problem on top of problem on top of problem, it's going to eat you alive. And that's what happened. It wasn't because Chelsea were poor, it wasn't because Maresca's decisions were poor, it wasn't even because the players were poor. But they did make poor mistakes, and those mistakes cost us. And we're not competing against the likes of, you know, whoever else in the Premier League. We're not competing against them. We're competing against the elite team in Germany, the best team in Germany, with the best striker in world football, arguably one of the best strikers. Like, and I'm not talking about Nicholas Jackson when I say that. I'm talking about Harry Kane. So don't even start me in the comments. But yeah, we just played against a very good team who didn't actually have to be very, very good to beat us. We opened the door and they just walked through it. Simple as that. They didn't have to bang it down. They didn't have to unlock the key. Open the door, there you go. 1 goal, 2 goal, 3 goal. And that was the story of today. So where does the main criticism lie? It lies in, you know, a lack of quality from individuals making stupid mistakes. But for me, it's mental as well. Like, these players, they're on the big stage. This was your chance to make a statement early on. It's out the way. But we've got Benfica. We've got all these other teams coming up. We've got Karabag away. Surely we're going to have better results against those teams than Bayern Munich. So it's almost in a weird way refreshing to just get the hard one out of the way. And even Barcelona, it's a home game. So we've got an advantage there. So I don't want to say that I'm happy with the loss. Obviously I'm not. But I'm glad it's over. And we don't have to think about it anymore. We can move on and move forward and hopefully just bounce back. So, and also, can I just say, why the hell were Bayern Munich fans booing Cucurella the whole game? Like, what did he do to get that level of abuse from all the German fans? I just felt like, good to see you, Jake.
Basically, the reason is here, somebody told us apparently that he done a handball when it was Germany v Spain, and then there was something, and it screwed him over, basically.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. Oh, fair enough.
Potentially a handball.
Could be a handball. Okay. Oh, well, that makes sense then. Bloody hell. They are grumpy bastards in Germany, aren't they? They held on to that. Fair enough. Well, that explains the Cucurella situation. But for me, guys, like, don't be too harsh on Gusto. You criticise him for the goal we conceded with his mistake. Are you going to give him credit for the goal we scored? That's where I am. So yes, one good thing, one bad thing. Can get a lot better. But remember this, can get a lot fucking worse. And if you weren't watching the past couple of years, I was there when we lost so many games under Potter, Lampard, Pochettino. Last season we had some shockers. This is nowhere near that bad. So I still go into the season feeling good, feeling confident, feeling like this is a team that makes more mistakes than I'm comfortable with. But the beauty of making mistakes is they can be rectified. It's not a lack of quality, unless it happens again and again and again. The trend's not looking great based on the past 2 games, but I think that we can just nip it in the bud and move on against Manchester.